like to switch gears here from my role in health and safety and talk a little bit about the work I do around the undergraduate thesis and some of the external work I do to be able to bring some of the ideas and knowledge of currency into the educational program. What you see on the projection screen here is the beginning of a lecture that I give in our undergraduate fourth year thesis program. I have the privilege of representing Canada at an international forum called the Convention on Nuclear Safety. And during 2012, I was part of a special meeting that looked at the lessons learned and the follow-up on the Fukushima Daiichi disaster in Japan. There's lots of great information available publicly on this particular event. Canada was viewed very positively internationally on its response to follow up to the event. Our Canadian Nuclear Safety Commission colleagues also looked at very favorably in terms of their leadership and stewardship around these issues. Our regulatory agency and our industry were quick to pick up the lessons that we could take from the event and do a review of our facilities in Canada. You can find that on the CNSC website, and you can see the televised hearing basis where the results were reviewed in Ottawa, and very favorable results. The CANDO technology has come through a lot of international scrutiny to be viewed as strong in its robustness, and of course there are always things you can do better. So our industry colleagues are active in putting some additional defense mechanisms, equipment in our plants to make them even more robust. The part that I think is important in the educational setting is for us to be current and be able to have these kind of discussions with our students in real time. If you think back to how we learn as children, we sit on our mother and father's knee and we hear stories. And before there was all the technology we enjoy today, a lot of learning came from that storytelling. And whether you call it storytelling or learning from past events, what you see is as true today as it was when I was young, is that the power of understanding things through reviewing the operating experience or the stories is an important part of learning. So I'm just going to share just a couple of things from the kind of thing we cover here in our undergraduate discussions on the event to give you a sense of how we bring these real-time events into the educational system. So this is a slide that shows where a number of the power plants are in Japan. You can see that there are 55 plants in Japan, and notice that the closest Canadian design reactor is at the Wolsong plant in Korea. Excellent plant, well run, world leader. The Fukushima Daiichi plant here on the coast, and you'll recall the earthquake and subsequent tsunami that occurred was just off that coast. The Wolsong plant was not too far distant, but didn't sense any of the distress that hit our colleagues in Japan. So the first part of the learning is to understand what happened, traditional sequence of events, what transpired, and then look at how that could have been prevented or mitigated. Japan has 4 reports published on the subject, again, all available in the public. The thing that I think is important in the educational setting is to take that information and then challenge the thinking around what were the causes, what could have been done differently, how as a nuclear professional or leader of tomorrow could you learn from that event and internalize it in a way as you can be one of the barriers to prevent those kind of events in the future. It can be a very, very powerful learning tool. So we build this kind of thing both into lecture series and into assignment base so that students have the opportunity to do some research on the events and then apply that resource to thinking about some of these whys that are behind it. So the understanding of event, you have to not only, again, look at technology, but you have to look at things like culture and approach and human error. So whether we use Titanic as an example or Space Shuttle Challenger, we can start to build an understanding of how this domain of hardware and people fit together to prevent these kind of significant events. This slide shows a cross-section of the boiling water reactor design at the Fukushima plant. Quite different from the can-do reactors that we enjoy bringing safe nuclear energy to us here in Ontario. So at the first level, students look at the design differences and start to get a sense, perhaps, of what robustness in design looks like, starting with fundamental requirements and then how those requirements evolve to specific hardware design. So hardware, step one. You can recall, many of us saw this unfold on our television sets in front of our eyes. Recall in the early days, the focus was all around the discussion of robustness of plant and hardware and safety of plant. Necessary part of this. You can't argue that the Fukushima plant had some nuclear safety provisions, seawalls that were intended to prevent water ingress. But when you look at the particular event, of course, the seawalls were not large enough. So hardware inadequacy forms part of the story. So we'll cover the technology differences, the pros and cons. We cover what is being changed in our power plants today and what's going to be changed in codes and standards tomorrow, so the students get a real-time knowledge of the detail of what caused the hardware problems. In doing that, we now have the benefit of having access to the real time, what caused what and over what time frame. You perhaps have seen this slide. This isn't the power plant. This is the outside community around the power plant. So not only was Japan faced with dealing with a nuclear power plant issue, but you can imagine the societal and social impact of this kind of thing. We saw heroics in response at the plant. Imagine being in the control room, hands full with duties to make sure the plant is safe, and then wondering about what your family is, whether they survive the event or are washed out to sea. So we see more and more stories of heroics from our Japanese colleagues, as more and more information becomes available. So those kind of things give us cause to think. They're the kind of things that are being probed around the world. What's the platform for emergency response? How do we deal with these things that impact community and power plant at the same time? Those are the kind of thought-provoking questions that we can put in front of our students to help them understand not only the hardware part of being a nuclear professional, but understanding how to integrate the people side of the business with the hardware design, to making sure that the combination of the two has that robustness that we're looking at for safe operation of our power plants. This slide shows what you saw on CNN in real time with the hydrogen explosions. We know now that the hydrogen explosions came from an interaction of high temperature metal used in the reactor core with steam. Hydrogen was generated, and when it was vented, the venting caused an explosion that did considerable damage. We have features in today's design reactors that mitigate this kind of behavior, something called a passive autocatalytic recombining unit, which if hydrogen is generated, recombines it back to water. So we learn about the technical provisions that are in today's power plants to prevent this kind of event. And in the discussions, we even talk about things of what's different today, where in today's world you have to try to manage these events in real time, as perhaps media coverage is acting on information that maybe isn't 100% factually true. So it gives us the opportunity in our thesis series to talk together about some of the real issues that the young nuclear professional is going to be faced with leading the industry through the next several decades. After an event, just like we use simulation in the control room, it's important to have an understanding of what the events might appear like, and we typically take them to extreme to help the learning process. So you see a couple of photos here on the screen that are available on the internet and give the kind of sense of damage. It gives us the opportunity for the students to start to think about the spacing of things in power plants, where things are. If you look at the Fukushima plant, the place where they stored spent fuel was very high up and very difficult to get access to. In the CANDU fleets, the accessibility of spent fuel storage facilities is quite different, and that's a design advantage of a particular plant. So you're able to take this kind of event and help students gain a better understanding of why things are the way they are in design. Another powerful learning tool. We do some assignment work. In fact, in one of our nuclear safety design assignments last semester, we actually had students explore the design features of fuel storage pools and look at what would be a good design and a bad design to help cement the learning. It was interesting as the reporting evolved and the understanding of the event progressed, to see how that balance between design and the human aspect of I call it nuclear professionalism, how those two interacted. You see here a segment of a report where a senior official talked about some of those early warning signs that we talked about in Reason's model, and that the pyramidal model of safety, how some of those warning signs were perhaps there and could have been acted on. Again, that's the kind of thing that our students need to understand to be able to really be prepared to work well in the nuclear environment, and have that kind of bias of mindset that goes with this being a nuclear professional, to learn from others, to be prepared to take that criticism. Even when you do your best, there's always that opportunity to be that little bit better. And that's just a normal part of being a professional in our industry. These kind of reviews certainly help that. In the last report published, you can see the title here, Disaster Made in Japan. Some of the executives in hindsight were able to see that some of these warning signs should have been detected and acted on early. you know, there was some indication that knowledge that that there had been in history significant tsunami kind of challenges, so characterized as a man-made disaster. So again, back to, I've said it several times in our time together, this nuclear business requires the utmost rigor in compliance with the highest of standards. It requires that mindset of continuing to improve no matter how good you are, and it requires that understanding of how you integrate the human element with the good practices of hardware design. Gives us the opportunity here at the university to blend those two aspects into our learning offerings. So I hope you found our time together today informative and useful. I'm delighted to be here at UOIT. Started the journey today talking about the educational offerings we have in the nuclear engineering aspect of our university. We looked at the programming offered. We looked at the use of simulation in the ability to deliver that learning. And then we kind of took the next step in the journey to look a little bit about the other work I do, both in my role at CSA and here with the Joint Health and Safety Committee at the school, how we start to shape the thinking of our leaders of tomorrow in terms of the things that are important for high performance in industry. Of course, in health and safety, nothing more important than the health and safety of the young ladies and gentlemen who attend our university to learn and grow. And I find my work on our faculty committee and on the Joint Health and Safety Committee to be both rewarding and important. We have a strong performance of safety here at the university with our faculty and students. And not only can we help them be safe and healthy during their time here with us, but as part of their education, we can give them the platform of knowledge to help keep them healthy and safe over their working career. Then lastly, we talked a little bit about a couple of thoughts around the Fukushima Daiichi disaster, how the mix of the human part of the business and the hardware part of business come together and form that synergy that you need to be the best of the best. I hope you've enjoyed the time together. I am delighted to work with a great faculty here, with a good vision of what tomorrow will bring, interaction with panels, close alignment with our industry partners, and above all, it's just a delight to work with bright young gentlemen and ladies that come here to learn about being a nuclear professional and will become the leaders of that industry tomorrow. Thank you. It's been a pleasure.